Hey everyone, Tim again, timscomputerfix.net. In this video, I'm going to be showing you some basic steps that you can take to correct your issue with Windows Defender. If you're receiving an error that Windows Defender is not updating properly, then this video is for you. Now, like I said, this is just basic steps that you can take to troubleshoot this issue, and this is for a Windows 10 installation. So you could be getting any sort of error code with Windows Defender failing to update properly. And some of those error codes could include some of these. This video tutorial applies to all of these errors. So let's get started with the first thing that we can try to correct this issue with Windows Defender. We first have to make sure that our Windows Update service is running properly and that there's no issues with Windows Update itself. So there's a couple of ways to go about this. The easiest way is to run the Windows Update Troubleshooter. So we'll go down here in your search bar there at the bottom left and just type in troubleshoot, and we'll select that. Windows will give you a selection of different things to troubleshoot, and here we see Windows Update, so you can click that and follow the steps to try to correct that issue. Or you could also download the troubleshooter. I'll leave a link to that down in the chat. But if you download the troubleshooter, which I already have here, and you can see right here, this is what it looks like when it downloads it. That's what it's named. So we just want to run that. Double click it, and then we'll see here. It shows you what it's going to work on here. And if you click Advanced down here, you want to be sure that you have apply the repairs automatically selected, and just hit next, and we'll let the diagnostics run through. Be sure, of course, we do it with administrator privileges. Look here again, it's going to show you what it's going to troubleshoot here, and hit next, and we'll let it run through that just to see if it finds anything. So as you can see, it's giving you the option to repair the Windows Update database corruption. This is something that you can try here to see if this corrects your issue. I'm going to say skip for now because I'm not having an issue on this particular computer. And then you can download and install pending updates, and you can see if that will correct your problem. And then it'll go through and look for any additional problems. The troubleshooter is a very good tool that Windows has included in Windows 10. It really does help correct corruption issues when it comes to Windows Update and other issues that you may have. Okay, once this is done, as you can see here, this shows that this was not fixed simply because I skipped through it. Hopefully yours will say different and it say that it was all fixed and working well. After you run the troubleshooter, you can check again to see if your Windows Defender updates are working properly. Okay, so the next thing to check for at that point would be to manually check for the updates in the app itself. So we'll just go down here and open up Windows Defender. Okay, and then once you open that up, you'll want to go to Virus and Threat Protection, and then in here is an area that shows you the last time the definitions were updated, shows you the date and time of that, and it gives you an option to check for updates. So you want to click check for updates and see what the results are and see if you have any errors. Hopefully you won't, and everything's cleared up from that point. But if you do have an issue, let's just try a different method here, which is creating a bat file. I'll show you how to do that here real quick. Create a bat file right here. And so what we're going to do with this is I'm going to open this up here. I'm going to show you exactly how to create this bat file. So I'll just select edit here. So basically you just want to open up a notepad, and you just want to type this command in exactly as it's shown here, and I will have this code down in the chat below. in the description. But when you go to save this file, you want to, once you have this typed in, you want to hit File and hit Save As. And then down here at the bottom, you want to be sure to select All Files. And then name your file here and be sure you add a .bat at the end and hit Save. Once you hit Save, you will see that the bat file have been created, and you can tell by this icon here that it is a bat file. Now when you run this, it's going to look like nothing happened, so I'll go ahead and run it now. And it just ran. You see a little pop-up there, came up and went away, but it doesn't look like it did anything. But basically what that does is that clears the Windows Defender definitions, and it prompts Windows 10 to re-download all of those definitions through Windows Update. So that's what that does there, and hopefully that will clear up your issue. If not, another thing you can try to do is actually download the definitions yourself. So you can do that by going to this site, and I will have this link down in the description. And as you can see here, what we're looking for is this right here. So you want to be sure you select whatever version you have. Most people have 64-bit. This is also for Windows 8 if you want to do that. But once you have that downloaded, which we have already done, we'll show you that here. So this is the file, what the file looks like, executable looks like that when you download Windows Defender definitions. That is what it will look like. So what you want to do is just run that, and that will also look like that it isn't doing anything. We're running now, but basically what that does is that manually installs all of the Windows Defender definitions manually. And hopefully by this point your Windows Defender is working well. Another option that we have is we can try to run what's called WSUS Offline. And that is off of this website here. You just download the software. You'll just have to have some type of media to put this onto. Basically, once you download it, you're going to end up with a zip file, WSUS Offline, that has to be extracted. And we have that here now. And we'll go ahead and open that. You'll have to select MpCmdRun.exe. So once we do that, that will open the program itself. Okay, and this is a good way to update Windows in general if you're having issues. It's just one of the ways that you can do this. And this program will actually download all of the Windows updates that you select here onto any media that you have, and then there's a client that lets you actually install those updates through an offline service. But if you're just worried about Windows Defender, don't worry about checking any of these because they're quite large. This is all of the Windows updates that are available. You see here Windows 7, Windows 8, and Windows 10. We don't need to do all that on this one, on this video. We're going to be sure that we select right here, include Windows Defender definitions. Alright, so we select that and hit start. And what WSUS Offline will do is actually download those definitions onto media of your choice. So from there, basically all you do is go back into your WSUS Offline folder here and click Client, and then go down to Update Installer. And if you double click that, you'll see here, I haven't downloaded anything yet, but this will give you it will give you options on what you want to install. And once you install, once you download the Windows Defender updates, it will show up here. But and then you just run that from this point. Hit start, select what you want, which would be Windows Defender Updates, and click start, and it will go into your media and install Windows Updates from that point. So everyone, I hope that this helps in correcting your Windows Defender Update issue. I am Tim with Tim'sComputerFix.net. Head down here below the chat, give me a thumbs up, hit that bell for future notifications of videos. So until next time, everyone, see you soon.